Peace. This is a meat and potatoes sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is Earth is a planet for suckers. Most people who examine the aforementioned title may be offended by that, but you must understand that there are other races that exist that are just really watching and biding their time to really take this planet back, because we've seen what humanity has done at the helm. The waters are polluted. I don't want to talk about chemtrails or contrails because there's enough information out there for that. And we don't have to talk about what DuPont has done and Monsanto when it comes to food. You think it's an accident that things like Alzheimer's and dementia have increased? Down syndrome in children has increased. Even other ailments because of the food and the poisoning of the water. Not saying that they don't have help to wreck the planet, because those who are in power, they do have help. But in the end, it's really their decision. Kind of like these people have made a Faustian deal with other entities, and now everybody has to pay the price. So when I say that Earth is a planet for suckers, you have to be out of your mind to want to reincarnate and come back and do all this again. And there's other multiverses, other planets that you can incarnate if you choose to, or you feel that you have to repay some debt. Because a lot of people, when they do reincarnate, it's not so much that they're forced to. Yes, people are manipulated into doing so, but also because you feel like you want to come and wipe a slate clean, either for yourself or for your generational line. So let's examine what's going on. You know, clones are about to take over. There's clones here, and they've really perfected that technology in the 80s. But also, I talked about this years ago. Bestiality is in the forefront, because you have to understand something. If you don't really study a lot of laws on the books, and they are subject to change every 3 to 5 years, if you don't study them, you become a casualty of said law. Do you know that there are ambiguous laws that justify and even permit bestiality? Let me give you an example. Kentucky, Hawaii, New Mexico, Vermont. That's just to name a few. In the United States of America, we're not talking about in a third world country. We're talking right here. That's what we're talking about. And then another thing that I really want to talk about is voting. Your vote does not matter. It matters when you vote for maybe a city councilman or somebody who's in a particular ward or district or a proposal. But when it comes to who's going to be the governor or who goes to Capitol Hill, and definitely your president and vice president, you have zero say in that. And also, for those who are old enough to remember the Vote or Die t-shirts that Puffy created? They were $40 a piece. And your vote doesn't mean nothing. The elite and corporations decide that. Look at your Supreme Court. Liars. Every last one of them are bought and paid for by corporations. You know, like McDonald's, Bill Gates, and Microsoft, Apple, Monsanto, the Koch brothers. We can keep going and going and going. So no, your vote in the grand scheme does not count, does not matter, has not mattered. It hasn't mattered in a very long time. Even the history of this country is a fraud about how the revolution was taken back and people wanted freedom and all that. They took a concept, and basically that concept was by criminals. And who's going to let you do anything you want to do? That's like if you go over to see or visit somebody's house. You think you just come up and do what you want to? You think you just go in the refrigerator and put your feet up on the table? Absolutely not. So what makes you think that when you create a country, they're going to just let you do whatever you want to do? Because If you really want to know the truth, the majority of goods come from China, and the political policy is dictated by Israel. You cannot become president of the United States of America without the blessings of AIPAC. You research that for yourself. So Earth is a planet of suckers. No, your vote does not count. It is never counted. You don't run anything. And then look at what's happening with the so-called pandemic. How are you going to have this megalomaniac in Bill Gates, who is not a medical doctor, and he's dictating policy? You want to know why he gets away with that? Because he has sunk at least $300 million into the corporate media. So he's going to have a lot to say, because $300 million is nothing to sneeze at, period and point blank. Earth is a planet of suckers. You have to be out of your mind to want to do this over again. You really do. You have to just be, you should be drug tested, or you should have a Bokor or an occultist come in and really do a reading for you. I even take exception when certain love and light proponents talking about, oh, we're just going to come and we're going to send evil back to the light and all this. These are people that watch Charm too much. I'm just going to put it out there for you. You watch Charm entirely too much. That's not how the universe operates, or the unseen realms. They don't operate like that. Whether you work with angels, demons, or you subscribe to the Fae, everything has balance, and there are complexities. Get that through your head. So basically, you've given up Christianity or Judaism or Islam, the three-headed hydra, and you come in with witchcraft. But your thing is, we're just going to be this super hippie positive witchcraft. Again, Earth is a planet for suckers. Only an earthling would think like that. Now, a real occultist knows there's levels, and also you need both. You need both dark and light. So if you are one of these people that is really doing the work, I salute you. Keep doing it, and don't let the mouth breathers get to you, especially the mouth breathers in your family. Please just leave them alone, because if you're not careful, when you listen to people too much, you actually start believing what they start saying. It starts making sense to you, and that frightens me, and it should frighten anyone else. So with that, that is your meat and potatoes sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.